there everyone, I'm Marcus Harun. Thank you for choosing 24 News for your election night coverage. This is an historic night. All the votes have been coming in all throughout the day. This is one of the most voted in elections in a very long time. It had a big hype of young people, at a big hype of everyone wanting to get out there and vote for the next president of the United States. And polls have been very, very close. Before we get to the results of the East Coast that have already voted at this hour, they're still voting over at the West Coast. Before we get to those results, I want to take a look at the polls that we have been collecting throughout the recent weeks to see how people have been voting. Let's start over here in Connecticut, where we live. 7 electoral votes in Connecticut. Obama is leading 55% to 36%. That's a very big margin of other, but he is winning very much. Now let's take a look. The biggest state in our area is New York. 31 electoral votes. He's winning 62% to 32%. Obama is winning there. So it seems like Obama has the lead in a few of the big states. But John McCain over here down in Texas, 34 electoral votes. We see 40.5% to John McCain's 53.5%. So he does have the lead in some of the biggest states. You want to take a look right here. You see all the red area. That's all the area that John McCain has. But then over on the edges, like on the West Coast, let's take a look. 55 electoral votes. Obama has 58% of the vote there. But these aren't actually the polls that have come in so far. These are actually the numbers that we've been collecting before the polls, before people actually went out and voted today. We'll bring you those results right after this. Now, before we move on, let's just see what the lead was before people went out to vote today. This was yesterday's poll, the most recent poll that we have. Obama was a projected winner before today because, as you see, 318, you only need 270 to be able to win, and John McCain is just under 200. Just under 200. So you see mainly the red areas in the middle of the state, as I said, and the blue areas on the sides. But there are some areas where it was very close to call. Washington, D.C., Maryland, Vermont. Let's just give those areas to red and then see how his numbers come out. Just change Y to red. So now every state is decided for either one candidate or the other, giving the undecided votes and then in addition the undecided places to John McCain in case that where he was working really hard, if he got those areas. Let's see what it is right now. You see Obama at 318, John McCain 220. He's still under 100 electoral votes, less than Obama. But those are just the polls that happened before. Those aren't the votes. We'll have the votes, the actual way that the people went out there and voted today. We'll have those results coming up in just a few minutes. Stay with us here at 24 News. I'm Marcus Harun, and we'll be right back with some results.